All right, good afternoon and welcome everybody to the semifinal match, the Mega Man 6 Any% tournament. If you've been following, we've had some very entertaining matches already in this tournament. We have dancing aliens right now on Coolkid's screen. As we get ready for this second of two semifinal matches, we have the 2-seed Coolkid versus the 3-seed Madu1311. Should be a great match today in this best-of-3 tournament. I'm Pro-A007, and joining me today is Arl509. Welcome.
Hello.
All right, yeah, so you ready for this match?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting race, considering they have both really close time on the leaderboard too, so...
Yeah, that's exactly right. Coolkid has a PB of 3350. Madu has a PB of 3351. So, it doesn't get any closer than that, folks.
Yeah, they have basically the same skill level, I will say, but yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, for sure. And the winner today will play Top Dot in the finals. The loser will face Resisting Frame in the bronze medals. So even if they lose today, they will get one more bite at the apple. So runners have been given the go-ahead to begin. They should be starting in a minute. We'll see how this first level goes. Windman will very likely be their starting point, and if you've watched any of these matches, Windman has been an interesting swing point in some of these races.
Right, looks like they're about to start.
Yep.
Got the reset. And there we go.
So it is worth noting, Madu is playing the NTSC version. Looks like Coolkid is playing the Japanese version.
So we should get the field at the end there.
Yes, we will. And Madu actually picked up a free extra life right off the bat. We'll see if that's a good omen. But yeah.
Pretty good improvement for both players there.
Yeah, that's the thing with Windman stages. There's a lot of tricky movement with your gravity and your position kind of getting influenced here, so you really have to be on point with how everything works.
One of the improv room is probably one of the hardest room in the stage there, especially if you die in this room. The checkpoint's like just after this room, so if you die before it's kind of bad. I think as soon as you pass this room, it's fine basically, but.
And to answer chat's question, yes, this is best 2 out of 3. All the matches in this tournament are, so there will be at least 2 games here, and so far in this tournament, many of the matches have been sweeps. We haven't had too many games go to 3.
Alright, they're both killing Win pretty easily. Madu's fight was a little bit cleaner than Coolkid, but they're pretty close still so far.
Yeah, basically within the margin of error through the first Robot Master as we get ready to go to Flame Man.
Flame is one of those stages that's there's a lot of like little slide cancel to do in the stage to be really optimal. So we'll see if they go for all of them or not. I think they will go for most, I guess.
I imagine so. You know, you're seeing, as you say, a lot of slide tech here. Going to the edge and just kind of getting just enough so they can just kind of run off the edge there and, you know, just keep it as fluid as possible.
Alright. Both hitting the checkpoint, no problem. Actually, it's the next room, but this room is pretty much free, so...
Yeah. Madu had a little trouble there jumping, so they're basically in sync now. And, you know, it could be one of those matches where it's like those very small things you think are kind of minute. Those are what's going to swing this. And, oh, Madu getting out of the fire there just in time, and so does Coolkid.
Yeah, they both got sniped.
So, a sync going into the Flame Man room. Madu is slightly ahead because it's already menued. But,
definitely not really kind patterns for Flames there, but... You can literally just stay there.
Yeah. Yeah, Madu just ever so slightly ahead by maybe a second, if that, so...
Yeah, it's pretty close so far, still.
Well, you know, you get to the final four, this is the kind of match you're really hoping for, especially given, again, their PBs are 1 second apart.
That's for sure. I mean, they're both really, really good runners anyway, too, so...
Yeah. Yeah. They certainly know all the tricks. I know Coolkid, his first match, which I did comms for against Sagero, I guess he said he was a little out of practice, and he actually dropped game 1 in that best of 3, but came back and was really strong in his quarterfinal match against Asnel. You know, putting up, you know, a mid-34 in a race in his first game. So, if he had any rust, it should be off by now.
Madu is having a really good Blizzard so far.
Yeah.
Gaining some time back on Coolkid there. Not really much.
Yeah. And
Coolkid.
Coolkid. Coolkid hits the deck, and...
Oh, they both...
Madu does as well. Wow.
Well, it's not a huge death because the checkpoint is just right there.
Yeah, it's like, wow, a double death there in Blizzard, and
especially in the same room. That's surprising there. So.
Yeah, and
like I didn't saw exactly Coolkid's death, but Madu tried to go for a butter there, so you can actually slide in one go and don't wait for another cycle. But he's stopped on the third spike, and I don't know. I think he panicked and just took it down.
Yeah, it's like if he's watching what Coolkid is doing, he might have jumped the gun a little bit there, and that, oh my god, I've got a chance here to have like at least like a 15-second lead, and you know that happened. So, but overall, Coolkid with a slight lead here after 3 Robot Masters. Madu getting not much help on the RNG there, but finishes him off as well.
And we'll see how Plantman goes, because Plant can be also a stage where things can go wrong a lot, so we'll see, especially the last room of it. Yeah.
Yeah, we've definitely had our share of deaths in that stage throughout this tournament. Yeah, the first 4 stages in the Mega Man 6 speedrun are pretty treacherous from a platforming standpoint. A lot of places where things can go terribly wrong.
Coolkid with the one cycle, pretty good.
And that's one of those little differences you notice in some of these tournaments. Like the top players will get the one, like the top players can consistently get the one cycle. Players still working on their trade and their craft will probably usually need 2 cycles, and 2 cycle there from Coolkid did not get them all in one go. So, but it's those little things you start picking up on, and those are the things that'll make you into a top level MM6 runner.
Right, they're both in the probably artist room in the stage there.
Yeah,
They did that pretty well. They're both going platforms, of course. There, we'll see how Madu does the end of it. Yeah,
very nice, very nicely done. So Coolkid in first. Madu just about 4 or 5 seconds behind.
Coolkid got the easy pattern for the minute on plan there.
Ooh, he got a shot caromed there.
He missed twice actually, but he is still fine.
This is a chance for Madu to get some time back. We got a shot deflected, but finishes him off. Nicely done. So we gotta count on their fade outs in the second here. Coolkid fades out at 9:30. So Madu's going to be fading out at 9:37, so a 7-second difference at the halfway point.
It's not too bad considering how the RNG of this game can go sometimes. So definitely still a close race so far.
Yeah, definitely within the margin of error, I would say. And we get into the back half here of the opening 8. So we have Tomahawk Man. Chance for our runners to maybe get a little bit of momentum going here.
Right. Tomahawk, pretty easy stage so far. There's no extremely hard things to do. So...
Yeah, especially after the sort of the bouncing around you do in Plant Man. This is a fairly sedentary stage by comparison. Nightman is kind of the same way, except for that opening section. Nightman kind of has a similar feel. It's like, okay, not too terrible.
So I think Coolkid actually has a chemo problem, so he didn't kill the car there.
Yeah, it looks that way.
It's a pretty good backup. Should be fine for the end there.
Will not be seeing Proto Man here. This is the NA% category. Not needed. So nice stage by Coolkid. He enters at 11:24. Excuse me. Madu. Looks like he lost a couple of seconds there. He'll enter at about 11:33, so yeah, about a 2-second difference now. Tomahawk Man, respect the iframes, and you'll be fine.
Pretty good fight for Coolkid. Let's see Madu's one.
Very nice. So it's 5 down.
We're going now to Yamato, which is kind of tricky to do optimally here. Especially like this first room right there, you can like easily short a slide or just miss a cancel and die.
Yeah, there's a lot of slide jumps and that kind of stuff going on here throughout the stage where yeah, you really have to be on point with your movement to get it right, and we have about a one-room difference now between our runners as Coolkid is sliding on through. Get our first look at the Rush jetpack. Coolkid had a little trouble getting up there.
Oh, yeah.
Right, on we go now.
It's actually a pretty short stage. We're already at the end there. So.
Yeah, you're right. It is definitely one of the short, might be the shortest of the 8, actually. I hadn't really thought about that, but I think you're right.
Alright, let's see what pattern we're gonna get. So Coolkid got the good one and the good opening pattern. Really nice fight.
Yeah. Looks like Madu's good. He missed a shot.
Yep. Oh, he missed 2 shots. Still kind of fine. He lost a little bit of time though.
Yeah, fade out at 14:05 for Coolkid. Madu's looks like he'll be about 10 seconds back. Yeah, 14:16. So Coolkid having a slender lead right now, going into the 7th Robot Master Nightman.
There's a lot of things that can go wrong in that stage. First, there's the Crasher or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
incoming there.
That room has hurt Coolkid in prior matches, so see if he handles it here, and does. Very nice.
That little wiggle was kind of scary, but that's fine.
Yeah. Madu's going for it as well and gets it nice. So yeah, like that's like the big obstacle point in this stage. You get past that, the rest of it, yeah, there's some tricky spots, but that's really it.
There's this room too, the room where the one that Coolkid is.
Yeah. Yep, seen a death or two in this room as well. But yeah, it's that opener that really gets people.
Yeah. It's also not that bad to die in this room because this is later the checkpoint room.
Right.
It's kind of easy to miss like a jump and die, especially like the first one where you can take damage and not jump fast enough and die.
Mm-hmm.
Or just jumping too early and just fall into the fight.
Alright, so Coolkid already to the Robot Master room. He will enter at 11:59. Madu is in the penultimate room as well.
Let's see how many jumps Coolkid is gonna get. That's one.
16-14 for Madu. Yeah. I was watching Becco's stream earlier, and he was finishing up his last completed run, and he had the refight with Nightman, and Nightman was giving him all of the jumps, like this, for Madu. I don't know, I lost count at how many it was. I was going to think at least like 7.
Yeah, 7 is pretty bad. I think it's... I don't even know how many hits you need. I think it's 7, I think?
It might be.
So yeah, it's probably the maximum jumps you can get unless you miss a shot. So that is some pretty bad early.
I don't know if he missed it. I don't know if he missed a shot, but yeah, it's like that alone put him from like +4 off his PB, like +12. Just that alone. So now we're on to Centaur Man. Coolkid holding the advantage right now as we enter this final Robot Master stage. Is about a 15 to 17 second lead right now. Is slowly been just getting slight advantages over Madu throughout the match.
And Coolkid doing really good on that stage so far. So we'll see how Madu handled this room too, the checkpoint room.
Yeah, Madu gonna have to match him for precision here, and he does. Very nicely done. There's an extra life for Coolkid.
This is a pretty tricky room to do, right? This little D-boost right there, it's not that easy to do, and you can easily miss. There's a quick backup when you take double damage, but they both did the D-boost pretty well, so you don't need it to do that.
Yeah. Alright, so Coolkid will... So now going to take on Centaur Man. He enters at 1826.
Coolkid now getting good RNG on Centaur there. We'll see what RNG Madu's gonna get.
Was the deal at 1845.
Oh.
There's a warp for Madu as well. He finishes him off at 19 on the nose.
I think Coolkid got 2 teleports and Madu got only 1. Maybe I missed one from Coolkid though, so I'm not sure, but...
So a 15-second difference between our runners heading into the Mr. X stages. So, Coolkid, that death in Blizzard Man, the double deaths actually, but Coolkid with the slight advantage as a result of that, I suppose.
Yeah, he
X1
just died. He died earlier in the stage, so that's why he's ahead right now.
Nice jet there by Coolkid, just scraping the edges, and he takes some damage. He's understandably cautious. X1 has hurt. X1 has hurt him in prior matches, so.
Madu doing the safe strat on this room.
Yeah. Good idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really hard room to do, right? Like, you have to... There's different strat you can do in this room. There's one strat that you can literally just fly over the shooter, but it's pretty difficult to do.
Yeah. One thing to note is Coolkid actually passed on the health refill. Madu did not, so Coolkid probably saved about maybe half a second there by himself, and clean X1 fight to go with it. Very nice, very nice.
Time back there.
Maybe.
Yeah, he gained 2 seconds. I think they were 15 seconds. They're now 13, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I counted 21:02 on the fade. Yeah, about 2.5 seconds. So Madu. It's those little things that'll help him back into this, but might still need. I don't want to say a major error, but he's gonna need some RNG to go his way to draw even.
This is pretty much the first big stage with RNG. There's the boss fight at the end of it. That can be really annoying sometimes with RNG. So we'll see if the RNG is good or not for both runners.
Coolkid's running into some lag problems there. Slow him down a little bit.
Yeah, I think he missed a shot, so that was not a bad idea to just not trying to slide in that case, because you could easily miss it.
Yeah.
It's probably something he's not used to, so...
Yeah, it's like when things kind of go awry there, it's better to just, play it safe, especially in a race setting. Ooh, okay, so...
Not too bad fight for Coolkid.
Madu's getting some great RNG here.
Yeah, Madu is... Yeah, really nice fight for Madu there. Getting some time back there.
Yeah, he's see where he is in a second. Transition, fade into that. 22:43 for Coolkid. So yeah, Madu is catching up a little bit here. 22:52. So he got a few more seconds there. So it's only 9 seconds now between the runners. So through 2x stages, he's gained 6 seconds on Coolkid.
And now we're starting the actual hard X stages, X3 and X4.
Yeah.
This one features a lot of rush jet sections. The first one's not too bad, but the second one is kind of hard to do right. Especially if you want to do all the line predictions. But we'll see what strat they're going for then.
Yeah, assuming they're watching each other's streams, which is allowed, you know, I wonder if their nerves are going to start getting to them a little bit because they know what the other person can do. So it's like, how much does that affect you?
Yeah, we'll see. Coolkid takes it a little bit safe, Madu too.
Yeah.
Froze now. I think Madu gained again some time back there.
He did, yeah. Coolkid had a little trouble on the platforming. It's 6 seconds now between the runners.
Coolkid got the bad pattern for the opening. A little bit better for Madu.
Clock there, alright. So 24:28 on the fade out. Madu is about 6 seconds back, 24:34. So yeah, this is good. This is what we were hoping for in this best of 3 semifinal. And again, 1 second difference between our runners PB, and they're matching each other.
I think it's for now. Probably the second hardest stage of the castle, I think, honestly. Especially like this room and the last room.
Yeah. Hard. There's a lot of tricky movement here, and some kind of calculated damage boosts got to take, and you know, it does feel like you're doing a lot at once. So, and all this on our way to facing the true mastermind of the Mega Man series, Mr. X.
Alright. This room is also kind of tricky, the room where Madu was. Because if you want to go for all the slides there, you can easily miss one and die. Thankfully, they didn't die.
And again, X4 has ended some runs for racers in this tournament. All right, Mr. X.
Both going for flame fight. Coolkid nails it. Oh, Madu missed the first shot. It should be fine. Oh, maybe not.
Not gonna take any chance. And don't take chances here.
Yeah, he takes the parachute fight as a backup, which is probably the best thing to do in that case.
Fail D. And uh-oh. It was Wily all along.
Dang, yet again.
So, 14-second difference between our runners. Coolkid got some time back due to the less than optimal X4 fight. Coolkid lost a little time there, trying to jet over everything.
We'll see how the boss fight of that stage will go too, because this is also a pretty annoying boss fight with RNG, so we'll see.
The dragon does not abide.
Otherwise, this is a pretty easy stage. The first room is kind of hard to deal with, but otherwise, I think this is the only hard room in the stage.
Yeah. Again, F. Coughlin and Mr. X was a coyote? Well,
that is maybe. Alright. So, let's see how Coolkid deals with the Mikazoro's fight.
yep. So, oh, that's not a good start. And the shot to just like bounce off his head. Nice double shot there by Coolkid. He does a nice little flurry there to finish him off.
Pretty good stuff from Madu. They got
Very nice.
They both got really good fights actually. Coolkid got a pretty rough start, but I think Madu's fight was even faster. But that was definitely good fights anyway.
Chat saying, waiting for a Mega Man game where the plot twist at the end is that it really isn't Dr. Wily. That would be something.
We're on 182. They both got the ice wall first try. This is something not hard, but so easy to miss sometimes.
Yeah. It is kind of like a double, it's like a double turn. Like it go left and right, all in the same, basically in the same motion almost. Like, it's a nice, tight bit of platforming. Alright, so 29-38 for Coolkid taking out the Wily 2 boss. Madu's just starting.
We got both
Finish.
fight.
29-48, so 10 seconds going into the refights. That's enough time to swing this on the RNG.
Yeah, it's gonna be really close, considering there's also a capsule. Also, there's a lot of things that can happen there.
And yeah, there certainly is some RNG variance there, but you know, it could have an effect on the race.
This is still a really, really close race, though.
Yes, it is. Alright, so Madu getting a refill on Tomahawk.
Pretty good stage so far for both.
Alright, into the refights. Lead off with Blizzard Man.
Cool to miss a shot.
Yeah.
There's some extremely good RNG. No rolls for
Wow.
Coolkid.
No rolls, damn. Double roll for...
Get no rolls, but I think he's only got one so far. So yeah, not too bad.
He had 2 to start, and then they got a clean fight, but
Oh, I got 2. Okay, never mind.
yeah, it was 2 at the start, and then then it was fine. But so Windman, Flame Man done on the that Tomahawk Man for Coolkid.
Coolkid takes a lot of damage on Tomahawk there.
Yeah, not ideal, but you know, again.
It's not too bad, it's just adding time loss on the refuel, but considering how close the race is, that can be something to consider.
Well, it's like the other thing, it's so long as you don't lose, have to, menu out on Windman or Tomahawk, you should be okay. Like, that's worse. Alright.
Both respect the frames.
Yep, and an immediate teleport there from Centaur Man to lead off against Coolkid, and Madu gets the same RNG.
so far for Coolkid. There's one.
There's a big yump, but
Oh,
no yumps at all. Wow.
Easy pattern on 10 for Coolkid. Let's go. Is he gonna get 6 hit?
And a little
nope,
trouble. Nope.
Last one.
Yeah, he had a little trouble with that fight in the first time around as well.
Madu does get 6 hit though. That's a long time.
Wow, nice. Yeah, still behind, but he's closing the gap a little bit here.
Oh, Coolkid with the pod jump. That's a second time loss.
33-27 to 33-32. 5 seconds going into this final match, into this final battle. That's really, really close. That RNG might be enough here to swing it.
Yeah, we'll see. If someone gets really good RNG versus terrible, we might see some interesting things.
Oh, all those things for sure.
I found Madu missed the shot for a second, but it's fine.
Yeah. Alright, here we go. 34-08. Yeah, here we go.
Nice first space for Coolkid.
Oh, he missed the shot.
Alright, let's see the RNG.
That's it. Good start for a triple there for Coolkid to start off. Oh wow, he's getting all the RNG and
he got the off-screen shot. GG for Coolkid. Really close race.
Wow. They finish with the Coolkid finishes with an official race time of 34-38. Madu right behind 34-44.
What a start there. That's funny that they die in the exact same room. And they almost got the exact same time.
Wow, so yeah, a 6-second difference between the runners to start this off.
Yeah. Hope we see another close race like that. It was a pretty good race, so yeah.
Right, so yeah, one down, possibly 2 more to go. Coolkid holding on. Madu had a kind of a late charge there. Got it reasonably close, but it's not enough RNG luck on Madu's side to close the deficit. He was down 15 seconds going into the X stages.
Yeah, we'll see how the second race go.
Well, yeah, both of them know that the other died now. Apparently, they didn't know that the other person had died in Blizzard Man until after the race, which is interesting. So, take out some of my theory right away. But yeah, it's like, okay, they did that. It's like, in their minds, like, well, what else can we kind of maybe just, fine tune or whatever.
It's something I personally don't like to do, like watch the other people just stress me out. So I just don't do that usually.
I'm in the same boat. When I'm not in rando races, I just prefer to focus on what I can do rather than the other person. Although in a situation like this, it's like it is tempting, especially given how close your opponent is in terms of PB.
All right. Both joined the race, I think. Oh no, there's not Madu. Never mind.
Yeah, we're just waiting on him. I know he's just going to take a minute just to kind of catch his breath, I think. Yeah, we should be starting game two in a few minutes here. This best of three tilt. Yeah, apart from that, the two unfortunate setbacks. I mean, I don't know how much more these runners could generally improve on. Yeah, there was the usual platforming hiccups here or there. Coolkid had a few notable ones throughout, but then Madu had some trouble with a few of the bosses, notably Mr. X and X4. He had some real trouble there, and he actually lost most of his the time he had gained against Coolkid there in that fight alone.
I mean, it did catch up a little bit though, because I think when they both died in Blizzard, they were like 15 seconds behind or something.
Mm,
So yeah, they end up with only 5. So it definitely did
yeah,
catch up. And they were only
yeah,
like 3 seconds going in capsule, I think. So
yeah. They're about 3 to 5 seconds apart. Yeah, and then just some unfortunate RNG there torpedoed Madu's chances.
but yeah,
But
I don't think overall they got bad RNG. I think they actually got some pretty okay and good RNG. Like if you look at the Mikazuru's fight, for example, they both got
yeah,
really good fights. So they were
yeah,
like
yeah. Cool.
multiple double hits.
Yeah, Coolkid had that really rough start, and then he uh, he really rallied late and finished the job. And then Madu had just a great start and just was really piling it on, and you know, and then X2 was really good for Madu, and Coolkid had a rough go of it there. So it's like a lot of interesting places.
Yeah, we'll see how the runners will handle the second race there, though.
That is going to be very telling. Especially with a really technical game like Mega Man 6, where there's a lot of things you have to have go right consistently. And now that you've done it once, doing it twice in a row, it's like, you know, it's almost like you got to kind of resist muscle memory too much because you go on autopilot, you're going to make mistakes.
No, we'll see. I mean, if they can do the exact same thing there again without the mistakes they did there, especially considering the both the I mean the deaths in Blizzard, for example, because I don't think they will die again in this room. I don't think so. I guess
Well, they they might not,
they
get it
might not
there,
die
but
there. They might die somewhere else, but I don't think they will die
Night
here.
Nightman, for example, or X1, Wiley one those spikes have claimed a few victims throughout this tournament, so it's not a given. And this deathless runs have been somewhat rare, but that's a good barometer for success, I'd say throughout.
All right, looks like they're soon ready to there.
Yeah, just about ready. Kick this off in about a minute here. So yeah. So runners, so chat, what are you looking for? I mean, apart from a game 3, of course. So, apart from that.
He started the countdown now. So,
And while we wait, do give our runners a follow. Madu1311 and Coolkid, two terrific runners, putting on a great show for us today on SpeedGaming. And you can give me, Pro8007, and RL509, your commentators for today's semifinal match, a follow as well. But do start with our runners. They're the ones putting on the show today, and they deserve your support. Two terrific runners. Hold on.
alright, they both reset, so and we're starting. Let's go. Second race.
All right, so game 2 underway here in this best of 3. To those of you just tuning in, this is the best of 3 semifinal between the 2-seed Coolkid and the 3-seed Madu1311. An interesting game 1. Both of our runners had one death in the same room, just seconds apart from each other early in Blizzard. Coolkid died before Madu did. Staked himself to a small lead that he never really... Madu got close a few times, using good RNG and execution in the X and Wily stages, but unfortunately did not get enough RNG to go away to completely close the gap, and Coolkid pulled out a win by about 6 seconds, according to race time, to take game 1. So here we are in game 2.
Madu a little bit ahead of Coolkid.
Yeah.
Coolkid had some troubles with the room before improv room, so...
Yeah. So, Madu with the early lead here. See what kind of RNG Windman is going to give the runners. Looks like...
I don't think the RNG does really matter on this fight, honestly. It's just to not take damage from the fight that really matters, because if you take damage, it cancels the chair shot, so...
Yeah.
That's something to really avoid.
Yeah, Madu took a little bit of damage there, taking a body shot.
Let's see, a pretty good stage. I think that was 209 from Madu, so pretty good stage. Coolkid got a little bit of trouble, but still pretty good too. Second stage flame, let's go. Madu missed the mat there. Nothing to measure on.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of those little things, I think, to start off here in Game 2. It's like, as I said, that muscle memory is kind of kicking in, like, and you're in a race setting, so it's like, you're kind of having to, control it, but not too much. And you see Madu taking some damage there, so cool. Oh, he missed the jump. And so Coolkid taking advantage now of some little platforming errors by Madu there. But
yeah, we'll see how the last turn goes, because it's usually where things can go wrong pretty badly.
yep.
Oh, and Madu fell. It's not that bad, but...
Yeah, he's having a little trouble here in Flame Man. He's taking more damage than you probably would like, and he can make it work, but it's kind of just hurting him. Coolkid entered at 352. Madu's entering at 359. So Coolkid kind of widening his lead a little bit here on Madu, going into the Flame Man fight.
Like 2 yums for Coolkid. And 2 for Madu too, so they got pretty much the same air rating. There's like 6 seconds right now of difference, I think.
Yeah, thereabouts. Fade out for Coolkid at 438. Yeah, about a 6-second difference going into Blizzard Man, and this is where this is the stage where both of them had their only deaths in game 1, and again, it was pretty much in the same room in almost the same spot. Coolkid died sooner than Madu, which gave him a bit of a lead there.
We'll see if they die this time or not.
I imagine they're going to be playing it fairly safe this time.
I think Coolkid just jumped a little bit too high on this death. I think he dies right here, so...
Yeah.
He played safe there, didn't go for battery. I don't think Madu will go for it too.
I don't think so either. Not in a race setting. PB, almost.
That was close, but he almost died the exact same way he died earlier.
Yeah, it's like, you know, that definition of insanity kind of cropping up again. Alright.
Glad he didn't die though. Alright, we'll see how Blizzard will be kind or not.
Good start for Coolkid. There's 1.
2. 3. Oh, he missed. I think he missed a shot.
Yeah, it was a little late there. It's 2 rolls for Madu. There's a 3rd. Alright, so
646 on teleport. And I think Madu lost a little bit there. Yeah, 2 seconds. So there are 8 seconds on each other.
yeah, so actually they're pretty much in the same spot as they were after Blizzard Man in game 1, about a 7 to 8 second difference. So in that respect, really nothing has changed. They're just getting out of their stage a little faster than they did in game 1.
Yeah, pretty much actually. I think the time difference was a little bit higher though. But...
It might have been, but not so pronounced though.
yeah.
It looked bad at the outset. When we saw it like after the splits, like that's not so bad. But you know, Plant Man, you know, can and will ruin runs. Nice 1 cycle by Coolkid.
Maybe missed 1 cycle. But it's sometimes better to, when you know you're not gonna make it, to like not try to shoot more shots because you can mess up your emo and be bad for the last room.
Yeah, double 1 cycle there by Coolkid, and I think he picked up an extra life there as well. So everything coming up Coolkid right now in Plant Man stage.
Having full health for this room is really important because if you don't have full health, you have to take the drops. They are in the flowers here, and it's pretty bad if you want to go for plant forms there.
Yeah, nice menuing there by Coolkid. He saw the item ammo upgrade and immediately switched to Blizzard before he touched it, so he wouldn't lose like a second there waiting for his ammo to refill. Having
missed the
trouble
ball.
here. Not doing very well against Plant Man right now. Finally finishes them off, but that was a little rough.
Madu got a really nice 6-hit. I don't know, I didn't saw the pattern. I think he got the easy one, but I'm not sure. I didn't saw, but definitely gained some time back there. They're only 4 seconds now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coolkid got the bad pattern. It's a little bit harder to deal with. Especially considering the easy pattern, you just need to do a neutral slide and you're fine. Have to do a little bit of adjustment on the high jump pattern.
Kind of an uneven start for our runners here. And, Tomahawk taking a little bit of damage there. They probably didn't intend on, but seem to have settled in. Coolkid and Madu taking care of business, though. We gotta get back into the swing of things.
Therefore, now doing pretty well on that stage. I didn't actually notice the first room if they used more emo or not, but looks like
I think
good.
so.
They're only like about a room difference, so it's really close so far.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely something we're kind of hoping for going into this. Again, given that their PBs are 1 second apart, figured this would be an even match, and by and large, it has been. There's a unintended health ammo refill.
Yeah, really unfortunate drop there, but it just makes things even closer.
Yep, they're still about 4 seconds apart going into.
Alright. Looks like Madu got a slightly keener fight. Okay. I think they got pretty much the same, but the time difference is the same. Unless the last game was different, I didn't tell them. Yeah, still 4 seconds of difference, so... Going on Yamado now, so... First room, kinda tricky to deal with, but not so bad as soon as you know how to do it, but...
Yeah, you look at them doing it, it's like, oh, how hard can it be? It's like, well, you try playing it yourself. It's not quite as clear cut as you'd think, actually.
Yeah, it's a pretty hard room at first, because you have to have a pretty good mash to kill the... I don't even know what enemy it is, but the enemy on the top. I already forgot what enemy it is.
Yeah, well, that's alright.
But yeah. That's balloon shooter, that's colored like that.
Yeah.
I hardly remember the name of enemies in games. Right. Let's see what pattern they will get this time. Also got the jump pattern.
Yeah.
Madu also got the jump pattern.
And there it is. So nice fight for both runners. Coolkid's going to fade out at 1350.
I think I pretty much got 4 seconds. Oh, 5 now.
Yeah, so still well within the margin of error with 2 Robot Masters to go, and both of them playing very strong paces.
Just one bad RNG on the fight then can make things even.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know, because I have splits from Coolkid's prior matches. He had a 8 Robot Master in 1820 in his quarterfinals match, so he looks like he's well on his way to that. Alright, so they get through the spiky room of death.
Yeah, that was a little bit close for Madu. I read the chat at the same time, so. Nice checkpoint room for Coolkid. Let's see how Madu deals with it. That drop can be really scary sometimes, especially if it's a short one. Because it can mess your timings up and you can easily die. Not bad bouncing castle for Coolkid. Nice one for Madu too.
Yeah, playing it really, really sharp there. $16.15 on the fade out for Coolkid. Madu lost a little bit of time here. He fades out at 16.24, so still pretty close as we head into the final of the Robot Master stage as Centaur Man.
That's a pretty tricky stage, but not as bad as this one, I feel like.
Yeah, Centaur Man is certainly the most imaginative, I think, game design wise of the 8 Robot Masters. It's also got some of the tricky platforms.
Like the first room already features a pretty tricky jump called the Miracle Jump, which is definitely not that easy to do. You have to either set up yourself and do a long slide or do a slide cancel on a specific spot.
Yeah, so Coolkid had a little bit of trouble there getting around some of the enemy sets and managed to pull through, but Madu did it much faster than Coolkid. Oh, Coolkid. Okay.
Oh, Madu takes it back.
Oh, there. And
he missed the D boost and he went for the backup, but I think he didn't. He got an accidental A cancel.
It must have. So Coolkid has got a pretty sizable lead now on Madu, and yes, plenty of places for. But and Madu at least, took the death in a place that's not too bad. But this is the kind of race where the margin of error is very small.
Coolkid got instantly a 3 point. Let's see if he got another one. He does not. Good. Yep, only one.
So 18-30.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was at 1830 for Coolkid finishing off Centaur Man, so that's 15 seconds better than he was in game 1.
I didn't pay attention to Madu's time, but I think he got perfect.
I think so. He's 24 seconds back going into Mr. X stages.
That death is kind of unfortunate, but I think he can still came back if Coolkid do slight mistakes left and right in X stages. But he needs to be really good now. If Coolkid doesn't take a death or with some really bad mistake, I don't know. We'll see, but
You know, the opening of X1, we'll see how he handles this. Again, he has had trouble in this stage. Oh, he did the same thing as last time.
Missed it again. Got it second try though. This is a really hard room to do right, as I said earlier.
Alright, so...
There's a safer strat. I think Madu will go for it, so you'll be able to see it.
Yeah, he might get a little bit of time back off of that. Yeah,
there we go. Safe strat.
Yeah, he did that.
Easier to do that.
Yeah, he did that in game 1 as well.
There's still like a lot of things that can happen, so we'll see. Especially considering this is not the hard castle stages yet, so...
True, yeah. X3 and 4 still await. So fade out at 2033. We'll see where Madu stands in a minute here. So yeah, still 24 seconds going into X2. Coolkid doing a nice job getting through some of those narrow corridors. Start here of X2. He's get ready to turn on the jetpacks.
That was a really good first from Coolkid there. We'll see how Madu does it. Pretty good too. Let's go. Coolkid getting close to the boss fight. We'll see if the RNG is bad or not. I think earlier the RNG was pretty good for both runners, so...
Yeah, it was really good for Madu. Coolkid had a couple shots. I don't even think Madu missed. Madu might have missed once.
Alright, we'll see right now. That was not the best, but not that bad. Could have been way worse.
He had a couple of shots get eaten by iframes, I think.
I think he got one and he missed two, so he missed 3 shots, I think. Let's see what Madu is gonna get. He missed 1 shot, missed 2 shots. That was a pretty... They both pretty got the same thing.
Yeah, Madu in game 1, boss spent most of his time on the top half of the screen, so it was almost impossible for Madu to miss from his position.
Coolkid doing a pretty good job in the first rush jet room. Let's see how Madu does it. Madu got better on the flames there. It can sometimes doesn't drop any flame minutes faster. I don't so Coolkid's one.
Yeah, X3 and 4. This is where like heart throat half the time, and that's if you're just watching it. I mean, playing it. Ugh.
This last room is kind of scary if you miss things. especially this last shooter there that just the one that Coolkid just passed can sometimes snap you, and it can be scary sometimes. You can sometimes even die from it.
Oh dear. And Madu unfortunately ran out of jet, and that unfortunately puts him really in the box here.
Oh dang, I didn't saw his death thing.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate for Madu.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Yeah, Coolkid now in absolute control here in game 2.
Yeah, but it's not over yet. I mean, if some bad things can happen next war, and we'll see.
Yeah.
I think it's probably the last really hard stage. So
yeah. If he gets through X4 and Wily 1 on stage, he's in really good shape overall.
Yeah, even with that, I mean, he has a pretty comfortable lead so far. So
yeah.
And Madu does not get that good energy on Mentongers either. Still good though, but you definitely need every single bit of time save now if you want to still have a chance.
He's going to need those time saves. He's also going to need at least one, probably two major mistakes from Coolkid to even it up.
Oh, and there's one.
There's one that unfortunately
the commentator cured.
Well, I assume no responsibility for their actions.
But yeah, it still has a pretty comfortable lead though, so because Madu is only at the beginning of X4 and Coolkid is at the end of it, but it does help for Madu. Oh, and
he almost did it again.
He almost died again. That was close. Thankfully, Mega Man 6 has some pretty short knockback when you take damage. So.
All right, so he's in at 2609.
Coolkid going to a flame fight. Oh, he missed the first shot. He missed another one too. It should be fine. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 26-29 for Coolkid. Madu has closed the gap here.
Okay, Madu decided to. That is a weird decision for Madu there. I think that was a mistake.
It might have been. I think he was second guessing himself because he had trouble in game 1. He didn't get the fire. The fire kill that he wanted, and that might have affected his mindset. Like, don't want to chance it. 28-second difference between the runners going into Wily. So Coolkid's still in control here, but Madu's gonna need an unforced error here.
Yeah, I need some pretty good luck and some slick play right now. If you want to came back, but who knows? RNG might help for that, so we'll see.
RNG will help him get back into this, but yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, and like say a really bad Wily 1 fight would certainly help too. Because in terms of places where you can kind of catch up a bit, Madu doesn't have a lot to work with.
We're about to see them just the first McHazard's fight. Ooh, Coolkid has some trouble with the last slide. Alright. Let's see the fight. Pretty good start. Definitely an okay fight. So we'll see if the RNG is. There's a slim chance the RNG might be better for Madu, but we'll see. Nice double hit. Nice. I think that was a little bit better.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
Madu
both got pretty good fight anyway, so the time difference is really minor in that case anyway.
And it's like you're talking about like things that needed to go wrong, like Coolkid missing that jump. Like, like Madu could really use that right about now.
Oh no, misses the jump too.
Oh dear.
Plus he had to menu again, he didn't go for it again, so...
Yeah,
more time.
Yeah, it's like one of those, like, you know, 29.57 for Coolkid, so 19 seconds off game 1 pace, so looking at about a high 34 right now, all things being equal.
Yeah, we'll see how Refight and Capsule goes, but this is going to be kind of hard for Madu to came back from this, but...
Yeah, it is definitely Coolkid's to lose.
Okay, missing the jump.
30-27 for Madu, so 30 seconds separating the runners going into the finale here. Again, the winner will face Papat in the finals. The loser will face Resisting Frame in the third place game.
Right, and Coolkid starting refights now. Missed a shot. But pretty good Blizzard there though.
Yeah.
Because he can just give you all rolls as well, so...
Yumps, Coolkid's getting a couple of yumps here from Flame Man. He got 4 of them, in fact.
He did lose that pretty well, so he didn't lose that much time, honestly.
Yeah, he kept him in close range, for sure. So 1 boss difference right now, and change.
Let's see...
Good respect.
He gets 1 young for Flame. Oh, he shot a little bit too fast the last shot.
Yeah, he's a little off there. Alright, Coolkid dealing with Windman. Respecting the iframes. Down he goes. 4 down for Coolkid. Madu is just taking care of number 3 for his refights. So yeah, about a boss and change separating the runners right now. This Coolkid deals with Centaur Man.
Night now. How many times can he go?
Yeah, it was only 1, I think, for Coolkid in game 1. Madu got it clean, and there's 1, but that's barely a jump.
He gets a fair four from Centaur there, losing more time, unfortunately. Coolkid missed the 6 hit on can, but doesn't really matter that much. Oh, he misses another shot though.
Yeah, not great, but closes it out. That's 7 for Coolkid. Madu just finished off.
You're about a cool fight.
Yeah.
Unless some really unfortunate mistakes happened in Capsule.
Yeah, that would be quite a mistake. I mean,
That can happen actually. Like missing a shot is with really bad RNG. That can happen sometimes. But,
yeah,
yeah, I don't.
you have to miss more than one shot, unfortunately. And yeah, his tomahawk ammo is right on point, so missed a shot there. Madu did against Yamato Man. Okay, he's done. Looks like he got some time back, but not enough. Not the kind he needed. He needed like.
Yeah, it didn't got some that good energy, and it's like 28 seconds of difference, so that would be really hard to gain back.
Right, so Coolkid got ready to finish this off. He had great RNG in game 1, and we got a double there to start phase 1. Phase 2, we got a triple. Oh yeah, finishes.
Another 34.
Finishing with an official race time of 34:58. Terrific pair of sub 35s for Coolkid.
Madu finishing Capsule. I think he missed one shot in the first. Yeah, he missed.
Yeah, gets a triple to finish it, and finishes with an official race time of 35:31.
GG to both runners, and GG to Coolkid too for winning.
Yeah. Yes, Coolkid will move on to the finals to face Papata. And Madu will play Resisting Frame for the bronze medal. Dates on those matches to be determined.
Yeah, some promising race incoming so far.
Yeah, for sure.
But honestly, those two races were pretty close, especially the first one.
Mm-hmm.
That's really sad that Madu dies like twice, I think, in this one. That could have been even closer, but pretty good race either way.
Final today? No. Final is to be determined. That will be determined by the runners and their availability as time permits. So, yeah, we had the first semifinal yesterday, and today, bring it on home.
Okay, I'm here now. Testing 1, 2.
Yes. Hello,
Okay.
and we welcome our winner of today's semifinal match, Coolkid, to the chat. GG's.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Boy, that game 1, it's incredible that you and Madu both took deaths in pretty much in the same room. you just happened to die a little sooner than he.
Okay, I assume he died at. Did he die on the? See, like on the spike, like second half, I guess, of submarine.
Yeah, the second half of the
exactly.
spikes. Yeah, and we welcome Madu1311 to the chat. GG.
Hello, everyone. Thank you.
We were just saying, Madu, that game one was the split began in Blizzard Man, where Coolkid actually died sooner than you did. So that because of the way that turned out, he actually had a 7 second because of.
Yeah, I hate the way I died. It's so stupid. I died on the ice block. Sometimes I just jump too soon or jump too high. And every time I do it, I just slap my knee and be like, "Come on, why?" But yeah, that was fun. It made for a fun race. I got some really good luck in that race too. The first race, I had no rolls on Blizzardman in the refights. Flameman hardly did any jumps, nor did Nightman. So
Yeah,
that was, and good Wily spawns too. So that was pretty
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
RNG was not a big problem on that race for both of you, I think.
Mm,
Like
Not that
the
much. In the first half, my RNG wasn't too good, actually. I had, I guess it was okay to bad Blizzard, then I had a really bad Nightman. He jumped for almost the entire fight. That
yeah,
was really
Yeah,
that
awful.
was pretty sad, but
yeah, there were a lot of yumps there, but then X2, the rock fight, you had really good RNG there because the boss was pretty much staying in the top half of the screen the whole time, so you could just like shoot away.
Yeah, I was super scary about that fight because I took a lot of damage in the entire X2 stage, so I was
Yeah,
kind of hoping that he could stay up there so I can stay in the place that no rocks fall on me and he cannot shoot me, so I can keep spamming shots and he stayed up there. That was really lucky.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah. Yeah, game one was really close throughout, and I know I said in the was
set as
rarely it was rarely above 20 seconds as far as the time difference, and Eddie, you got it within like 5 seconds a couple of times.
yeah, happened two very sad things to me in that first race. My death in the Blizzardman submarine, it was what I call a Super Famicom D-pad death because I tried to cancel my slider and somehow I was still pressing down.
Oh, did you die
I
at the
died.
very end of the submarine?
Yeah, I died
Yeah,
there.
I can't. Yeah, I hate that slide cancel. I've
I
died there a lot, so I
I
just do
tried
it
to,
like super early.
and that was a really awkward death because I I passed that place. I couldn't react and go back, but I couldn't cancel. So I died left to that spot, safe spot. It was really awkward death.
Yeah,
Eh,
man.
Yeah.
In both
and you,
That,
races, I didn't know what happened in X Crusher. In the first one, I completely missed the jump and needed to switch to pole. In the second one, I I was out of concentration and I didn't know what to do.
Yeah,
yeah, we figured out at this point. We
yeah.
thought at first that you were scared of going for flame since you missed it in the first one. So and you
I
just
actually I actually forgot to change to flame. That's what
Oh,
happened.
Oh, okay. But I
well,
Yeah,
understand. Like
that,
after your deaths, you're kind of tilted, so it's like hard to
yeah, but my
focus.
X4 was really great in the second race. It was almost flawless stage. Then I forgot to change to flame.
yeah. Yeah, those unfortunate deaths in Centaur and yeah, 3 unfortunately, yeah, puts you kind of behind the 8 ball, and some of the good RNG you were getting down the stretch just wasn't quite enough to overcome, unfortunately.
Yeah, but uh, it was what I thought about this match because we both are in very similar level in this game. So the one who made the last mistake would be the one that could win this one. And
Yeah.
Cookie had less mistakes than me, so GG.
Yeah, GG. That
Yeah.
was fun. It
Yeah.
was fun. I
yeah,
was
we
really
Especially
happy
yeah.
with how my play in the second race, but then I died on the last grid X4, and I got really mad. I was like, man. But okay, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Some deaths in this game are just so tilting, but
Except for the death in the first race, I was really happy because that was almost my best race in the entire tournament. If I didn't die, that could be, I guess, a 34-2x or
yeah,
even less than that. That was a really sick race.
It was really
yeah.
a really close race. You were like only 2 seconds apart going on to capsule, so that was really close.
Yeah, it was. It sure was.
Yeah,
So Madu, you'll take on Resisting Frame in the bronze medal match. Any thoughts there?
yeah. There's no easy match in
Yeah,
a tournament. No easy
well,
match.
it's
We
definitely
all
in the final, certainly in the final four. Yeah.
we all saw that Resisting Frame took off Derek, so it's going to be a hard match. And we also saw that my match with Melo was really close, so I expected the same with Resisting Frame. If I do the
hmm
same mistakes I have done today, I'm going to lose to him. So it's going to be a really good race to watch.
I would say so. And Coolkid, you get the number one seed and the world record holder of Hot Dot in the finals. Thoughts?
Yeah, cool. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun. Fun. I've had a ton of fun. Had a ton of fun in the tournament. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, well, thanks, guys, and again, give our runners a follow. Some two very entertaining races throughout. And yeah, the finals and bronze medal will be determined. The dates will be determined soonish, but yeah, we should have some really good fireworks to close out this tournament. And thanks to RO for 509 for joining me today.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, thanks
And
for commentating, guys, and SpeedGaming
yeah,
for hosting this tournament. Yeah, look forward to
yeah,
the bronze match, the finals. Gonna be fun. Yeah, Mega Man 6 forever. Thank you.
yeah, absolutely. And again, thanks to all who watched. And we'll see you all for the grand finale. Hopefully next week in the Mega Man 6 tournament. So stick around. We got some great Mega Man action to have a good one, everybody.